Well, looks like we have some more SpongeBob scenes that are different in other countries that have been banned or removed. Or replaced. That's all I can say. I mean, what do you expect? There was 13 this time. The last video we watched 12 of these, now we're watching 13 more. So, here we go.
Did you know that one of the deleted scenes from SpongeBob SquarePants in some parts of the world is
Oh,
closely
God,
related
yeah.
to one of the most delicious foods out there? It may sound unbelievable, but it's true. This happens in the episode, Are You Happy Now? From the 8th season. In this episode, Squidward takes the book SpongeBob was reading and questions what's so great about it. SpongeBob
I still cannot believe they used the cowboys.
So SpongeBob starts trying to help Squidward find his happiest memory, which is quite a challenging mission, and the deleted scene is one of their unsuccessful attempts to create good memories, where Squidward sticks his head in the hot oven to retrieve brownies, which happen to be one of the best foods in the world. This scene was cut in the United Kingdom, from imitating it at home and suffering burns, just like Squidward did.
I don't know why Squidward got down in the oven for it to get the brownies. I don't know, to be honest, y'all. I remember this episode. I'm not kidding. I cannot believe they did that.
And you have no idea. No holding hands. The episode
Oh, the fry cook games. Oh boy.
The famous one where Patrick and SpongeBob competed.
The licking! The licking!
That got censored. You're mistaken. At a certain point, Patrick and SpongeBob stop fighting and start walking hand in hand. So, in some Middle Eastern countries like Saudi Arabia, this scene was cut because censors believed it was inappropriate for children to see two men doing that.
Let's promise never to fight again,
That's come on now. Why? They just stopped fighting and didn't go home. That's the part of the episode. It's a great episode. What do you expect? Whatever.
Forbidden symbol. This is certainly an unusual censorship case.
Oh God, this episode.
Mr. Krabs gets ready for a date.
Oh man, it's this episode.
So SpongeBob and Patrick decide to give
About the chum to make him as chum. And these scenes are blocked. I already know.
Shell can still make it to the date, fulfilling his former owner's last wish. If you notice, you'll see a toxic symbol on Plankton's trash can. In Japan, this symbol was removed to prevent children from touching drums with these symbols, just like SpongeBob and Patrick were doing so casually.
Oh boy.
Yum, yum.
Well, that's a big blow.
Risky double entendre. Remember the episode we mentioned at the beginning, Are You Happy Now? From the 8th season? In that episode, there's another censored scene. At one point, Squidward looks visibly downcast and picks up a rope. It really implies that he's going to, how should I put it? But in reality, he's just climbing up his oyster cage. Although the intention was
I know what Squidward's about to do on now.
Something much darker. To avoid this double entendre, it was removed from broadcast TV in the United Kingdom and Ireland. But it ended up staying on Netflix and Paramount Plus. I can't seem to get happy. Maybe this will help. Too sexy. In the 10th season episode Burst Your Bubble, there's a
Oh, it's this episode when SpongeBob's making the whole thing to bubbles.
SpongeBob sees that memorable scene of Mr. Krabs washing his boat in
Oh yeah. Why? I still cannot believe Mr. Krabs did that.
In Korea, it was shown, but the zoom to see Mr. Krabs was not done. In more conservative countries like Iran and Saudi Arabia, it was completely cut because it was deemed inappropriate for someone to have such sexy behavior.
Dude.
In the 10th season episode, Sports, we have a case of
Oh yeah, this
words.
episode.
In this episode, a truck passes by and drops a box of sports equipment in SpongeBob's yard. So SpongeBob and Patrick start practicing some sports, but they end up throwing a ball that lands in Squidward's house and completely ruins his dinner. At this moment, he calls his two friends idiots. This line was completely cut in Poland to prevent children from learning offensive words. I would never have imagined there are so...
Boy, come on now. I understand Squidward keep calling them idiots all the time, but what's the point keep removing that? I mean, I don't know.
These SpongeBob SquarePants censorship instances around the world. What about you? If you already know about these censorships, comment down below. #new. But if you, like me,
makes sense at the
When you
point.
download the Kroger
Okay, thanks a lot, you dang ad. Now you're gonna screw me up, aren't you?
below. #new. But if you, like
Stupid
me, have
ads.
no idea about all of them,
Shit, I got
comment
myself
#didn't
killed.
know, just so we can find
Alright,
out.
get back to the
Sandy
video.
fashion. We know Sandy has her own unique
Oh
outfit.
yeah, when some of the countries have to
When
remove
she's
that.
underwater, she wears something resembling a spacesuit. But in her natural habitat, she sports a purple bikini. However, in Muslim countries, this type of clothing is considered extremely inappropriate and forbidden for women, as in many of these places, only their eyes are allowed to be visible through the burqa. So in countries like Iran, they decided to go for a completely different adaptation. They, let's say, extended Sandy's clothing, creating a sort of full-body jumpsuit, but they kept the small skirt that sat above her Texas squirrel waist. This change occurred in the episode Squid Defense, when Sandy needs to teach Squidward how to defend himself.
دیگه بهت کمک میکنه تا از خودت محافظت کنی.
باشه فهمیدم.
عالیه. بعد من تکرار.
Dangerous pins.
Ay. I mean, ay.
SpongeBob to a prestigious society
Aye.
of wits and idiots. In this episode, a scene was cut in the United Kingdom when the Ice Cream King attaches SpongeBob's idiot certification to his pants.
Oh yeah, that
This is
episode
considered an
sucks, to
assignment
be
and dangerous act
honest.
by children.
I kind of feel bad for SpongeBob, to be honest. I really do. I feel bad for
Sushi
SpongeBob.
Factory, definitely.
Seriously.
Squidward is the character who gets hurt the most in the entire SpongeBob series. But even for him, there's a limit. At least that's what many countries like Indonesia thought about a specific scene that happened in the episode Life Insurance. In this episode, SpongeBob...
Did they have to remove that scene when Squidward falls down to the pit after doom?
Later in the episode, he and Patrick convince Squidward to get life insurance too. After Squidward signs the document, he ends up in a place called the Sushi Maker to prove that he won't have accidents anymore. And this happens.
They remove it! I already know! Like, seriously!
This scene was painfully excruciating, even for Squidward. That's why it was completely banned in Indonesia. All bats.
I mean, that scene was really not what I was expecting. What do you expect?
With a baseball bat while SpongeBob follows him, replacing equipment with bowls of soup. It was considered an incitement to acts of vandalism for young people, so it was completely deleted in that country. Too many lights. As we mentioned before, in the episode Life Insurance, many terrible things happened to Squidward, as you've already seen. But another scene from this same episode was cut, this time in England. It's the scene where Squidward is hit by a giant jellyfish. Contrary to what you might be imagining, it's not because of the pain that Squidward is feeling, but rather because of the intense colors on the screen. The country's TV networks thought it was better
Come on, why?
from having seizures.
I mean, that's kind of dumb, to be honest.
Talking about the episode The Nitwitting from the 12th season, another scene was deleted, also in Ireland and the United Kingdom. Remember that sort of badge SpongeBob gets when he joins the Order of the Nitwits, which is pinned to his body with a tack? Well, after Sandy points to it, SpongeBob takes the badge, puts it in his mouth with the tack, chews it, and swallows it. Indecent lick. To wrap up our list today of scenes...
I swear. Yeah, they removed that scene too. I'm also gonna sus at that too if I saw that.
Basilicus, where Plankton has the, in quotes, brilliant idea of making a sauce that will make everyone as dumb as Patrick.
Yeah.
He needs to get a sample from Patrick. So he goes to Patrick's house while he's sleeping, he enters his mouth, but Patrick's tongue was awake.
Yep, I'm going to sus at that one. I had to sus at that scene. Yep, I already did. Dang it.
Tongue! You will not lick me!
In the Philippines, this part of the scene was cut because it was considered entirely inappropriate for children. Honestly,
Actually, it should be censored all the countries, to be honest.
13 scenes deleted or censored in SpongeBob SquarePants around the world. Check out these videos popping up on your screen. Man, this first one looks really cool. I'd watch it if I were you.
But, I mean, okay, that was completely a blah moment. And I'm not saying that this was actually like the biggest blah moment out there. But what's the point for trying to remove some scenes from SpongeBob if they try and do it for other countries and make it upsetting like that? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I understand. But I think it would be a lot better for the last scene on Plankton, of the tongue scene. Yeah, that has to be really sus on that. I mean, I think I should... I mean, I always edit fair to censor some of the scenes of SpongeBob painlessly, so I don't want to get YouTube getting on my ass for it, so that's why. But yeah, that makes sense how it is, so you get the point. I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, make sure you guys go subscribe to this channel down below, y'all. Tell me what your thoughts down below, and as always, y'all, see you all later.